So we're here talking about the 2026 Business Resilience Index that we've launched in January, and we're sort of turning our attention to the individual industries that are called out as part of the research. So if you look at manufacturing, actually operationally pretty strong, but resilience sort of stuck in the middle. I think one of the areas that certainly jumped out for me was that security is definitely seen as a need, but not necessarily a competitive advantage. What are the areas, Reece, that stuck out for you, the areas that probably are challenged in that sector when we think about business resilience?
Yeah, I think for me, when I was looking through what was there, efficiency was a real surprise. But it breaks it down. So they're often quite efficient in terms of how they operate their manufacturing, but how they operate the people and the processes around that can be more challenging. So they were scoring lower than expected from my perspective on that efficiency role, and it's been quite interesting. So recently we've done some work with one of our customers where we started to talk about a digital twin for their manufacturing plant, specifically to look at some of those operational efficiencies that they could gain. So there's a lot to do in that area, and there's actually a great deal of opportunity around how you employ technology to start to maybe solve some of those problems.
It's often linked to the scalability area, and I think that was
Mhm.
another area, Mike, that we talked about, that they seem to be working a lot harder, but actually how smart is that working happening?
I agree. And building on what Reese said, very clearly an opportunity to use technology to improve. And so for me, it's not necessarily surprising. If you think about manufacturing, how do you add capacity, right? We add it in blocks. We add another facility. The mindset is not generally there to say, how do we expand and contract, flex, elasticity generally is not embedded within the culture. So again, I think this is where technology plays a key opportunity to improve in being able to scale not just in large chunks or in segments, but to scale very quickly on demand. And if you think about the concept and the definition around business resilience, it's not just being prepared for how we operate today, it's being able to respond to things in the future that may be unknown, whether that's opportunities or threats. So the ability to use technology to be able to flex real time quickly when needed in the future, very key and clear opportunity for manufacturing.
And a key industry for 6 Degrees, supporting many customers, as they become more efficient, but also, when they're serving their customer's customer. For me, most of our manufacturing clients have a real diverse set of customers that they're also managing, and I also want to, like, keep that in mind when we think about the services that we're offering, directly to them.